Welcome to the 34th Excellence in Education Awards. As everything has over the last 6 months, tonight's event looks different than in the past. This is not the celebration we had intended to have last spring, but it is a celebration of the teaching profession and the outstanding educators we are recognizing this evening. I want to thank the 21st Century Education Foundation and AACPS for ensuring that no matter what the circumstances, our AACPS awesome teachers are celebrated for their contributions to our field. Anne Arundel County does it right and celebrates their teachers like no other system. I'm so happy to be here with you to celebrate the tremendous talent and incredible dedication of our teachers. It's been said before, but bears repeating. Our educational system completely reinvented itself practically overnight in the spring. This could not have happened without teachers like those we're honoring tonight. They helped to develop engaging virtual curriculum, became Google experts, created professional development for their colleagues, spent hours on Google Meets and phone calls with anxious parents and struggling students, and balanced their own family needs with those of their job. Teachers who worked long past their contract hours, set up classrooms in their kitchen, and more importantly, reminded their students that they are loved, supported, and no matter what the learning environment, their teacher would always be there for them. They did this with professionalism, grace, and excellence. There has never been a more important time to honor educators. The Anne Arundel County Teachers of the Year are the best of the best. Teaching takes heart. Teaching well takes dedication. And becoming a Teacher of the Year nominee takes it to another level. Our honorees tonight have the respect of their colleagues, the love of their students, and the appreciation of their school community. No one gets here by accident. It is truly a testament to their skill and dedication. These teachers are changing lives every single day. Throughout this ceremony, we will be sharing videos of our honorees and hearing from our superintendent of schools, the president of the Board of Education, and this year's Teachers of the Year for Anne Arundel County. I hope you will enjoy the presentation and share it with your friends, family, and colleagues. Have a wonderful evening.
He deserves to be Teacher of the Year because he's awesome and amazing.
Well, he always says like little funny jokes, and he's always pretending, and he's always singing. I love to sing. That's what makes me smile.
He's a great teacher because he's nice, kind, and funny.
He lets us do things and have fun all day long when we're in his class.
Ms. Bang has given all of us such a good experience here that I want to be able to do the same for kids in the future.
I've grown to like playing music more than I have in the past because Ms. Bang just makes it fun to play music.
As soon as I got to North County, it was just open, loving arms with Ms. Bang, and she was always there. She's always on your back, making sure you need to do what you got to do, and she's always in your corner.
Since I've been here, I grew as a musician for sure, because Ms. Bang inspires me to improve myself.
When she's nice to me, that makes me smile. Miss Carlton is awesome because she teaches us very well.
She's kind, and also if you don't follow a direction, she gives you 3 warnings.
She's a nice teacher, and sometimes she says stuff that are really kind. She does really nice things for us.
I think Miss Carter is an awesome teacher because she's very kind, and she always incorporates the students' ideas. She doesn't just kind of shut them down and does it her own way. She's always very open-minded with kids.
She teaches us what we need to know, and she lets us have a little wiggle room to add what we like, because she lets us have our creativity. If we like theater, she lets us involve theater. Like technology these days, she stays very modern with us.
Miss Collin is an awesome teacher because she's kind to others, and when somebody's talking, she always listens. She's always so patient. She's always so kind.
She's kind, and when somebody makes a mistake, she's okay with them repeating it. She's just like kind to talk to and play with, and she's just like really amazing.
She makes everything fun, and the way she teaches really like gets you really thinking, and it's a way to get you to learn things very quickly.
She will help you with anything you asked for. She has helped me various amounts of times with projects in different classes.
Whenever someone's like really like sad or they're disappointed in something, she'll be like right there like, don't worry, you can just redo it and like get a better grade on it.
She's a good teacher. She's fun. She's awesome.
The biggest lesson I learned from Miss Elliott is don't be mean to others and stay on task.
The biggest lesson that I've learned from Miss Elliott is a prayer model. When you do it, it teaches you how to learn.
My class likes when she tells us about stuff that happened when her daughter was like in our grade.
I think she deserves to be Teacher of the Year because when she teaches us, she keeps her confidence, and she could be maybe sleeping at this time, and but instead she's teaching us, and she's spending her time to teach us.
She's trying to prepare us for middle school, for high school, for if we become a musician. That she teaches us the skills that we learn, like patience and form, the sight reading, and how to read the staff.
I think Mrs. Fischetti is awesome because she gives us hard challenges.
Miss Fischetti makes it easy to make friends because Miss Fischetti encourages us to make friends. I like math because Miss Fischetti teaches us tips.
Miss Fischetti is awesome because she's a nice teacher. She's an awesome teacher.
Miss Fortune helped me because she brought me to like I think a whole lot of levels.
When we get on bigger levels, she gives us like popcorn parties and stuff, and yeah.
Yeah, she helped us read so we can read more books and get more smart. She gives us treats, and it's fun to read with her. Miss Gibson's such a great teacher because she helps me learn really well, and she teaches lots of things that are hard for me.
She usually reads really funny books, and the math, it's kind of easy, but not that easy, and she's just a really good teacher.
Well, Miss Gomez is awesome because she encourages us to ask questions. She actually likes to help us with our work. She never gets mad or any of that stuff like that. And, well, she's just really nice. She helps us with our work, like, not just like telling us the answers, like actually leading us a path to get to them.
I think she's the Teacher of the Year because she's always so calm and so like nice, and she counts down to calm us down instead of yelling.
He always wants us to do our best, and he challenges us. And if we don't know that we can
do those challenges, he always inspires us to do them, and we end up accomplishing and succeeding.
I feel that he could, he inspires us, and I feel that he inspires everyone who's in his class to actually try music, and he inspires us to be our best selves and try to bring out the best in others.
Greetings, nominees, distinguished guests, and attendees of the Excellence in Education Award Ceremony. I am Michelle Corkadell, President of your Board of Education. It is an honor to be here before you tonight. We are all here tonight because we collectively understand something that is so powerful and life-changing: education. Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, former President of India, started his career as a teacher. In 2016, he delivered a wonderful speech on India's Teachers' Day. He had said, and I quote, "Inspired teachers are the building blocks of a good education system. An inspired teacher links the individual goals of the students to the societal and national." He also said that teachers need to continuously adopt new methodologies and technology to create modern and effective approaches to teaching and learning. Given our current global health emergency, his words are perhaps more true today than they were in 2016. William Arthur Ward was an American author, editor, pastor, and teacher whose inspirational maxims are often quoted with relevance. Some of his most infamous were about education, including this favorite of mine: "The mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains. The superior teacher demonstrates, and the great teacher inspires." It's obvious to me tonight that we are truly in the presence of greatness. Great teachers are the soul of an enlightened society. We entrust in you the most precious thing we know in life: our children. As a united education team, we are committed to a higher standards and high academic achievement for all our students. And it starts with quality teachers. Education begins with you. When we look at the word educate, which originated from Latin, it is appropriate to note that it doesn't simply mean to teach. It actually had two meanings, depending on the ending you chose to use: educare and educere. Educare meant to lead or draw something out, while educare was used when speaking of molding or training someone. In any era of time, the role of educators has been not only to mold and shape the future, but to lead and draw the potential within others. Today's teachers need to be both kinds of educators, sculptors and leaders. The teachers we honor tonight have demonstrated they truly are sculptors and leaders. This award ceremony acknowledges the moral values of teaching and makes strong bonds with students, and the fact that our teachers have so much passion for their students to have the best possible future. As we get older and mature, our favorite teachers are the ones who will eventually guide us wherever we go. They are our supporters, and remember that even though they may not be able to take the role of a parent, they can take the role of fans and supporters who will always remember you. Oprah Winfrey once talked about the most inspirational teacher during her childhood in this way: "My first true liberator made me feel that I mattered." She went further to say to that teacher, "I always, because of you, felt I could take on the world. You did exactly what teachers are supposed to do. They create a spark for learning that lives with you from then on. It's why I have a talk show today." I too can recall with great fondness and appreciation, perhaps absent the eloquence of Miss Winfrey, that first truly inspirational teacher who dynamically changed the trajectory of my education, Miss Villela. She took a chance on me. Didn't give up on me when I gave up on myself, even. And she opened many doors for me to fully explore all my educational opportunities that I never knew existed. But most important, she gave me confidence and helped me understand what my potential means for my future, not just simply recognizing I have it. Right now, I can feel like not enough people realize just how important teaching is for everyone. They are oblivious to the altruism that teaching really is the parent of all careers, skills, and abilities. But teaching is the light of our humanity. Perhaps if they had the opportunity to share in that unique to teaching moment, watching a student break out into that amazing, aha, I finally got it, smile, they would know then how incredible teaching and education is. Teachers affect every facet of our engagement in this big universe we all share. I believe that with all of my heart. And so, with all my heart, I thank the teachers we honor today and the many more great teachers out there who quietly devote their lives to inspiring our children. Our nominees are truly special. They each have an amazing story to share about their personal journey and path as a teacher. They change lives every day and make the world a much better place. One student at a time, one day at a time. To our nominees, thank you for pushing our students to go just one more step and recognizing that potential within them, that spark for learning. Thank you for planting those seeds of knowledge and new perspectives that have continued to grow in our children. Thank you for the care you have shown every student every single day by simply being there. You have no idea how much they've needed that. Thank you for sharing your patience, knowledge, and understanding so that we can increase ours. Thank you for what you have done and will do as our incredible sculptors and leaders. Congratulations, all of you, for a job well done and recognition well earned.
I feel like Ms. Kane deserves to be honored as a teacher because she makes connections with all of her students. She helps all of her students. She does so much as a teacher individually, and she's just a very important person to our school.
She has these jokes. Pretty much she just makes sure that everybody's happy when we go in the classroom and just tells us a daily joke.
She works really hard to make learning fun. If you miss a day, she puts all the warm-ups and outcomes on Google Classroom.
She's just a great teacher to all students, and all students would really learn if they had Miss Kennedy as a teacher.
Sometimes says funny things, and she's always nice, and when people are nice it makes me smile.
She will usually start to do, sometimes she'll do different voices and stuff, which makes it really fun to just listen and look at her the whole time. It's really fun, and it just it makes me smile.
What makes Miss Kramer such an awesome teacher is that when we need help, she's there, and she never really gets angry. I mean, if she gets angry, she doesn't yell and that stuff. She's funny and caring, and when somebody has a hard time, she gives us funny hints that'll give us grit to do it. The biggest lesson I've learned is to not give up and try my best.
Miss Inslee's great because she makes me smile by doing silly stuff. The biggest thing I learned is responsibility. At the end of class, when we have to go home, she gives us hugs.
Mrs. Inslee should get the teacher award because she's nice and she cares.
He's an awesome teacher because he really wants to help us do PE stuff and make sure our heart is beating really healthy, not just being lazy and not doing PE stuff.
So when he's demonstrating, he gives a lot of details for us. So when he doesn't tell us like specific stuff, he gives us more details. If my dad wasn't here, we wouldn't have the great PE teacher we had today.
I like Miss Now because replay. I like Miss Now because she is the best. She is doing a lot more work for me.
I love Miss McNallen because she helps me in being great. She is a nice teacher.
Miss McNallen is a great teacher because she makes me proud. And we do so much stuff. It makes me so proud of her. She get us snacks.
Do you think she deserves an award for being such a good teacher?
Yes, because she always the best. I love her.
You can tell Miss Morris, give her a message about how much you appreciate her. What would you say to her?
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Morris.
And if you could tell her something, what would you tell her?
Thank you for teaching.
Awesome. Thank you.
She gives us second chances, and she lets us do fun stuff. I think she deserves to be Teacher of the Year because she is one of the most nicest teachers I've had ever. My favorite project was when she made these fruit smoothies.
What she does to make me smile is we do a lot of funny things and activities, which is really fun because she like all sorts of crafts, and she always cracks me up because she's really funny.
Miss Phillips should be Teacher of the Year because she is nice to other people.
She should be the Teacher of the Year because she's just the best teacher I've ever had because she's nice. She doesn't yell at you if she doesn't raise her voice too much.
Sometimes if we're really good, she'll bring in donuts or she'll have a treat.
Miss Phillips is the best teacher in the world because a lot of times she lets us do partner work.
Senora Preston is kind, but she makes us work hard at the same time. She says perfecto when we get an answer right, but I say perfecto to her for being such an awesome teacher.
I like Senora Preston because somehow she makes Spanish kind of fun and easy to learn. It's like you don't realize that you're learning, but I feel proud because of what she's taught me. She makes you feel good even if you make a mistake, and I might want to take Spanish in high school because of her.
You can come to Mr. Reese about literally anything. He tells you your life story, he tells you jokes and stuff like that. But if you need to tell him your life, he's totally open to it. And even if you don't come to him, he'll reach out to you.
And I think my favorite thing is that when he teaches, you can tell it's not just about the curriculum that he teaches. He actually cares about us as students. And that's a really big thing students can tell about teachers, whether they're just there to be there or whether that's their passion. And Mr. Reese is really special in that he gets to know every one of his students. He gives us birthday cards on our birthday.
He's a great teacher because he's always nice and he makes me laugh, and he has fun assignments in the classroom to do.
He's really kind and he makes learning really fun. He's really funny.
He is a great teacher because he was always nice, and when I saw him in the hallways, he would say hi.
He learned how to help me build stuff and make stuff out of materials from a cycle. And he always helps me when I need help.
She deserves to be honored because she's a nice,
kind teacher, and you can tell that she loves her students and she cares about them. And you can tell she's a fun person, the way she like smiles and teaches us.
Instead of making us write like essays like other classes, she makes us go through stuff, like through games and stuff together.
When we're doing papers, papers can't be that fun, but she makes it fun for everybody.
In the opening minutes of both the classic movie, The Wizard of Oz, and the more contemporary The Wiz, a sweeping and powerful storm takes Dorothy away from home and lands her in a faraway place where nothing is familiar. Dorothy and Toto adapt, however, finding friends along the way to help them get back home. Though Dorothy's journey is really the result of a dream from which she awakens, wouldn't that be nice for us? I believe it holds two key lessons related to our work. First, when the storm hits, and even when it doesn't, we need friends, lots of them. Whether lions or tin men or scarecrows or colleagues in the room next door, we need friends. Dorothy couldn't get to the end of the yellow brick road alone, even with trusty Toto by her side. We need each other. We are better together. Second, magic is real. Believe in it. I know it exists because I've seen it happen in classrooms every single day. The 50+ educators we honor tonight and the more than 6,000 you represent across the county are skilled, masterful magicians. You bring out the best in the children before you with creativity, passion, knowledge, and flair, and I thank you. This fall has changed the landscape and brought us to our own Oz of sorts. In the coming months, we'll follow a path we hadn't yet fully constructed. We'll encounter hardships and challenge, just as Dorothy and her friends did. But in the end, we'll do what we always do. You'll do what you always do. You'll create real magic in your virtual classrooms. And when we get back inside the brick and mortar, you'll continue to do that there too. Because that's who you are, every single one of you. You don't have all the answers now. Neither do I. Neither did Dorothy, but there's one more lesson from her adventure we should adapt for our own. It comes just before she leaves Oz for home as she asks Glinda, the Good Witch, to help her get back home. Glinda, always full of good advice, offers this sentiment. You've always had the power. You just had to learn it for yourself. Thank you for the power each of you have and the incredible ways in which you use it to make magic for our children every day. Their lives are better because you invest so heavily in them. No virus can ever take that from you. And now, let's hear a little bit more about that impact from those who feel it most, our students.
She is great because she's very nice. She is like really sweet to one another, and she is very kind. She has a big bright smile, and every day she greets me with a friendly hello. She deserves to be Teacher of the Year because she teaches us stuff that we don't even know. She teaches us how to learn. The biggest lesson I learned is to not be mean.
The biggest thing I learned that we can be engineers. She lets us build really cool systems, and after all that, she lets us free build. She's awesome because she's an excellent teacher.
She lets us build whatever kind of thing we like.
She makes me smile by teaching us lots of things.
She's taught me to be kind and be patient with others.
She can show me anything I'm confused on, and it's really easy because she helps me.
We were doing like big numbers, dividing like big numbers, and it was hard for me, so Miss Taylor helped me a little bit and I got the hang of it.
She tries her best to make us learn new things and to stay great, very much.
I think she deserves to be Teacher of the Year because she is just such a great teacher. She talks, she's really relatable. She is funny, nice, and it's just like you come in, like you see her face like after a bad day and you're like, wow, that was such a good class, I want to do it again.
I really love her class because she makes it seem so comfortable in here, and if I'm having a bad day, I can always come in here and know that you know, I'm welcome and she wants us in here, and she just has such a positive attitude.
She just makes math a lot more fun than it was in elementary school. The biggest lessons I've learned from Miss Watson was to definitely be respectful. She just has a nice smile, so when I see her smile, it makes me happy.
When we're doing a problem and we don't understand it, she like walks around the classroom, she makes sure we like understand what we're doing and that we're doing it right, and like she doesn't like stop until like someone knows what they're doing.
She is kind. She helps everyone. When we need help, she's always there for us.
Something I like about Miss Weaver is that she's very energetic and very relatable. She's an awesome teacher because she can make like tests fun.
She trained us really good, like milers or basketball. She trained us really good.
Miss Weaver, I think she should be teacher here because she is a great PE teacher.
I think Mr. Wenzel is an awesome teacher because like he's always like having fun with us. He's like, instead of basic questions like learn Zillion, like we always listen to like learn Zillion stuff, he like makes it up his own questions.
My favorite thing at his class that I did is multiplying big numbers.
Mr. Wenzel deserved to be Teacher of the Year because he is very great. Mr. Wenzel is an awesome teacher because he is very fun and I really like him.
Coach Williams, she is an awesome teacher because we can always have fun with her, but then when it's time for serious and business, we can get that done and then still have time for playing. She makes me feel like I can be myself, I can show my expressions and be silly.
Before I leave the school, I just want to say to Coach Williams, good job. You just make everybody smile and happy, and just how when someone hears PE, they just get excited and happy. So I just want to say good job with that.
She has a nice personality and she tells us all that we're good kids.
Well, she turns like always like a lesson into something funner, but she always finds some way to make it funner.
So the biggest lesson I learned about Miss Williams' class was animal cell and plant cell.
If you try to give up, she's still there for you, even if you're like in the rough times. She just makes you feel a whole lot better and happy.
She gave me the opportunity to better my talent and better my skills and kind of like create a fire in me to become an artist and to pursue something that I didn't think would actually be real.
I was like interested in art but not like that serious about it, and I think in her classes I became serious about it. Like I didn't paint at all before her classes and now I like only paint.
She's like like my favorite teacher. And she's like a very good teacher.
Miss Young is a great teacher because she always is funny. She does very fun stuff with us, like playing very fun games and making very fun stuff and funny stuff.
Miss Young's a great teacher because she helps us whenever we need help.
Good evening. My name is Drake Smith, student member of the Anne Arundel County Board of Education, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to the 2020 Anne Arundel County Public Schools Excellence in Education Ceremony. Our ceremony this year reflects our current situation due to the pandemic, physically apart but still connected. It has been a real struggle for everyone. We've had to rethink how we do things, from shopping to birthday parties. And education has been no exception. But the passion, commitment, and resilience that I've seen in our teachers over these past few months have shown me that it truly takes a special kind of love to be a teacher. Over these few months, teachers have not only continued to keep students engaged, but they've also made themselves available for students and helped them with whatever they may need. And you will see the teachers and staff members honored here tonight are no exception. The late actor Chadwick Boseman once said, "Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you need to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose." I'm sure that we can all agree that this pandemic has been a struggle of a lifetime. If someone told me that I would be starting my senior year online because of a pandemic, I would have told them that this isn't a movie. But here we are in a pandemic movie. And like all movies, there is a hero. In this case, there is a team of heroes. A team of teachers and staff members who are ready to save the day. This school year will be full of unknowns, but one thing I do know is that if we stay the course and work together, we will make it through and be better because of it. To close, I want to say that as a student, I know that it takes many dedicated people to make positive differences in our school. The members of the Secretaries and Assistants Association of Anne Arundel County know that too, and they have selected Tammy Littleton of Northeast High School to be the 2019-2020 Education Support Professional of the Year. Congratulations to Miss Littleton.
I've heard about Miss Littleton through Interact and past students, and so I decided I want to join Interact freshman year. And so I've been with Miss Tammy all of my years, and she's also my class officer to organize graduation and stuff. And despite being all those things, she's still gone above and beyond in all spheres of life.
So Miss Littleton's like a second mom to me. She's always there when I need her, and she can already tell something's wrong before I even say anything to her. So she's always I can just reach out and go straight to her, and she's always open, and she always helps me out.
I had a problem where I wouldn't go to school or I wouldn't go to class, and she made it that now I come to class, now I go to school because I want to pass for her. I want to graduate for her because she's like a mom to me.
And if I ever have a question, ever need help reading something, don't understand something, I can always go to Miss Tammy. She can always be the first person I can go to, and she'll always be there to help. She'll always be there to guide me through it and help me and teach me what this means if I don't understand it. Always works past more than she has to. She's always there.
It is difficult to express how honored and pleased I am to be representing St. Mary's Schools with this award. Our family has been active members of St. Mary's Parish and schools for decades, and to now have the privilege to represent this special community is very humbling. I would like to take this opportunity to voice my appreciation to a number of people. First of all, thank you to the members and judges of the selection committee who have given up so much of their time reading essays, visiting classrooms, and interviewing candidates. It has been a pleasure meeting and talking with you all. Thank you especially to my family for their encouragement throughout my career. Everyone has heard that it takes a village to raise a child. I would add that it takes a family to raise a teacher. When I first stepped into the classroom as a new teacher, my husband Mark and my children, Claire, Grace, and Hart, showed their support in many, many ways, from ironing Peter Pan collars and braiding hair, to hanging koi fish paintings, colorful mandalas, and origami kimonos for the annual Spring Art Show. After 20 years, they are still helping out. I recognize and appreciate every day the treasure that is my family. Thank you to all my students, past and present. I taught you, but you also taught me. Although you number in the thousands, I just want you to know that I saw you. When you may have thought I didn't notice, I did. I advocated for you, I prayed for you, I cheered for you, and I remember you. A line from a poem by E.E. Cummings can best express my sentiments towards you. I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. Finally, thank you to my principals, Rebecca Zimmerman and Megan Back, for nominating me for this award. Although I learned in April that I would receive the Teacher of the Year award for independent schools, I truly believe that I, along with all the candidates, had already won back in September by being nominated. I am sure all the nominees would agree with me that the support of your principal is a gift that makes us all winners. And now it is my honor to introduce our Teacher of the Year semifinalists for 2020, and I hope that you will all join with me in congratulating them.
He was such a good teacher. I always felt that I knew what was going on, and that's the best feeling when you're in a class, especially AP. I understood everything, and that made it so much more enjoyable. He was such an amazing teacher.
Just his calm aura, it kind of puts at ease. It's rigorous, but at the same time, he allows the students to just be students. So,
Mr. Ben is the coach for the marathon team, so he always took us outside for examples and lessons, and he gave us useful links to look up and research more about, and yeah, it was really nice.
A lot of it just has to do, I think, that he cares about the students a lot. You can tell that he really cares about the students, cares about their ability to learn, and cares about what they're learning as well.
I love Miss Cocroft because she, all the time, she's like, she doesn't care what our art projects looks like. Like, she just wants it to be fun for us. She always is trying to make art fun.
She does a lot of fun projects, like paper mache and scarecrows and stuff. She's very easy to understand, and she's very funny, and if we have time, she lets us draw.
She lets us do free draw after we have, if we have time, but some teachers don't have that, so we're lucky that she lets us do that.
Favorite project I done was when Miss Cocroft taught us how to make robots out of using paper and string, and another student and I, we got our pictures hanged up in the Mount Seminary Library.
She likes to challenge us a lot. She works really hard with us, and in 3 months she got us good enough to do our first concert, so that's pretty awesome. She works really hard with us.
Dr. Curtis is an awesome teacher because she's really flexible and she makes sure we know the notes before we actually perform and play them.
My favorite part about having strings is probably the songs that she gives us, and when it's time for a break or it's time to go, she usually wraps it up perfectly.
My favorite part about strings is having a playing the instrument, but it wouldn't be fun if I didn't have a teacher like Dr. Curtis, because Dr. Curtis makes everything exciting. If I had a boring teacher, I wouldn't want to do strings.
He gives us very quick feedback, so you can expect your tests and homework to be graded within like a day or two, which is, I appreciate that a lot. And he always tells us what sort of topics he expects us to know.
It takes a really talented teacher to take some of the hardest classes that the school offers and make them the most interesting and engaging for students.
Last year we went to Sunrise Assisted Living in Annapolis. Just the way that we all, he kind of just let us do just being there and how best to serve the people that were living there. It was just an example and I guess a representation of who he is as a person and one thing that he's taught me.
He's taught us to follow the rules, as the mathematical rules, as much as possible, to not take shortcuts, to not bend, to not write down things that aren't true. And he's all for creative problem solving. Just because there is a right way to do something doesn't mean it's the only right way to do something.
She's a great teacher because she doesn't just do it to teach, she does it for the music in general, and that shows through with her even commitment to doing theater, helping us, coaching us with how we're supposed to sing our songs and stuff.
I think she deserves to be Teacher of the Year because she really, really cares about her kids. She helped me come out of my shell and find my voice, and she just helped me grow as a person and a singer. So she taught me basically how to love myself.
She's such a bright and happy person. It really inspires me to be happy with myself. I'll see her, play the piano. It's not because she's just so graceful and just so amazing when she plays.
Mrs. Gresko taught me that I had my own voice, and it doesn't have to sound like everybody else's because it's mine and it's perfect just the way it is. And she's gave me so many opportunities.
I mean, there's so many things. She deserves to be honored because she represents what the AVID program in school is all about, and I just love that about her. And I'm gonna take Everett through high school, but it's not gonna be the same without her. But I enjoyed my 3 years in middle school with her.
She has taught me everything that I have known up to this point. Right now I don't have her, but I still remember everything that I've learned from semester 1, and she's the best teacher.
Miss Kearns is an awesome teacher because she's very energetic and she's just a good person to be around. Every day, even when she's having a bad day in general, she's always there to help you. If you need something, she's there to help you. And
she's always very high energy no matter how her day is going. She makes a lot of sacrifices for us to have fun things in class and to even just have time to do our homework if she knows some of us are struggling.
Miss Miller has taught me to be kind. She deserves to be honored by a teacher because she is very kind and funny. For station centers, there's this Explore Center, and she lets us either do Legos or First in Math.
My favorite project is probably making our desk mops. It was a little challenging because we could only use certain materials and a certain amount. And it was fun because we got to test it.
She teaches us stuff that a lot of other teachers would teach you, but in a fun way. She'll make it fun by saying jokes or just adding something in that would be fun for us.
I think Mr. Tompkins is a great teacher because he's friendly to everyone, and he's just a good teacher all together. And he incorporates we're doing a lab today, just hands-on stuff. Like I don't come in and like dread class. Like it's actually, we get to do stuff.
So far, one of my favorite things was our quarterly assessment, the Rube Goldberg. We got to make a Rube Goldberg using like simple machines, and we made a video for it, and we also incorporated our system science as well.
He deserves to be the teacher of the year because not every teacher can be like that. Not every teacher can be as talented as he is in this topic. He explains it very well. He's a nice guy to have fun with. You can talk about stuff outside of thermodynamics as well.
I just think like how like he's so laid back, but also like has control over the students. Like, and I know always his classroom is a safe place. If I need help with personal problems, like academic problems, he's always there.
She's always there for me. She's a very amazing teacher overall. Life gets really hard in 8th grade and middle school, and she's naturally just there. She's always going to be there for you. She's really nice, and she's never really goes off topic. Just very good.
She's probably one of the most personable teachers I've ever had, and she helped probably a lot of students through a lot of different things, and she really makes it a priority to not only teach the music, but be there as a person.
I remember the first day I met her, I was like, hi, I'm Xavier. She's like, I'm Miss Walker, and she gave me a hug. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be a good year. She's very understanding, and she teaches in a different way than other teachers.
Thanks to her, I've been in all-county chorus for 3 years, drama club for 3 years, and Triumph for 2 years. She has made me the person I am today, and I have grown to love myself more because of that. Our shared conversations, teachings, laughter, and tears make Miss Walker deserve to be the Teacher of the Year.
Good evening, Anne Arundel County Public Schools family. I am grateful to be able to take a few moments to express my appreciation for this honor. After watching their videos and reading their stories, I am blown away to have been recognized along with the other nominees, semifinalists, and finalists, who are all top quality educators. With all great teachers, they know their why and are determined to make sure our students get put first. I am extremely proud to be a part of this group. Throughout my years teaching, and particularly during the Teacher of the Year experience, I have had the encouragement of some very special people. Thank you to my family, Mom, Candace, Becca, Adam, Jack, Tim, Matt, Jen, Guy, Susan, Jeannie, Frank, Jay, and the entire Durkin crew for always rooting me on and supporting my passion, and especially to my husband, Bernie, who has provided such a sturdy foundation and unconditional love that I have been able to follow my dreams, all while being the best cat dad ever to Waffles and Sammy. I have also had unbelievable support from some amazing members of the AACPS community. First and foremost, I would like to acknowledge my students, past and present, who have made me who I am today. My appreciation goes out to my principal, Beth Shakin, and the entire Brooklyn Park Middle School family for cheering me on every step of the way. I would also like to thank Lauren Arditi, Lisa Harding, and Jeremy McNeil for selflessly giving of their time to help me with brainstorming, editing, and preparation throughout this process. To Marcia Moore, James Jagozinski, and Wanda McBride, thank you for always choosing to laugh when times are tough. You have no idea how important that is to me. And finally, last but never least, thank you to my younger, better half, my co-teacher, Miss Ashley Coleman. You make me a better teacher and a better person every day. As we begin to embrace the new, exciting, sometimes overwhelming world of virtual learning, I do know one thing, that the awesome teachers of Anne Arundel County Public Schools will do what they have always done. They will open their minds, their hearts, examine their own practices, and keep moving forward, all while growing as educators and human beings. I believe that all of us are willing and able to answer the call in order to become more empathetic, reflective, and vocal for our students. As I'm sure many of you know, our Teacher of the Year finalists embody all that AACPS is and can be, and are shining examples of the profound impact that a teacher can have on a child's life. It is now my honor to introduce our Teacher of the Year finalists for 2020, and I hope that you all will join me in congratulating them, along with all of this year's nominees.
She helps us do a lot of hands-on work projects. Even in AP Environmental Science, where we had to do a lot of coursework, she brought us out into the field to do a lot of projects, a lot of labs. I think that sort of backed up everything that we were doing in class. I think she's always, very bright, very bubbly, and I think she's really passionate about the stuff that she's teaching: environmental science, chemistry, all of it.
Her and I think, are pretty close, just because we did both the environmental trips together this year, and I'm taking her APES class this year. And so we talk about everything all the time, like anything environmental.
She really cares about the kids as individuals instead of just teaching a class like as a whole. Like some teachers will just lecture or something. If you're confused about something, she will sit down with you for as long as it takes to just help you understand it.
Mrs. Bauman, she actually inspired me to pursue environmental studies in college, so I want to minor in environmental studies and environmental sustainability or something in that area. So definitely her influence has a big impact on my life.
Well, what makes Miss Breach such an awesome teacher is that she always helps out other students when they need it in the classroom, and she does a lot of things for us.
What makes Miss Breach an awesome teacher is that she just is always like funny, always makes us laugh, and she teaches us different strategies, makes math easier for us.
She's like a really fun teacher, and she can also be to do the work. She'll make the work fun, and she's really nice and funny to other students. And really she wants us to do better.
She's nice. She helps people out, say if sometimes with their home life or with their at school problems, or help change their attitude if they're getting themselves down.
What makes her such an awesome teacher is that she never loses faith in you.
Miss Davis deserves to be Teacher of the Year because I feel like she's done so much over the years for the kids, and I just feel like she deserves it. She's done so much for every kid, and she's just been my best friend. She's just a great person inside and out. Even when she's having a bad day, she's still helping people.
She brings a smile to, she smiles every day, and she makes sure our work is done when we need it. She helps us. The biggest thing I learned is not to quit and do all my work.
She's helped all of her students in such good ways. She's always helping kids build their confidence and telling them to be themselves and respect themselves.
Miss Davis taught me to respect myself and love myself for who I am. Because when I came out, I was really insecure about myself. I was like, oh, what if people think about this and that? And Miss Davis was that person, like a mother.
Miss Dwyer. Help me read book. I am cooking.
Good job, Luke. Good job, buddy.
I like cookie. I like helper.
To be a helper.
Helper.
Yes.
Good
job.
Thank you,
High five,
Nina.
Amanda. Good job. That's great.
I like to read stories.
You like
A
to
book.
read stories, books. Good job.
Miss Dwyer gives me high five.
She is the best teacher ever in the world.
Excellent.
Miss Encarnacion is a great teacher for many reasons. Every time I hear the quote, "Knowledge is power," it reminds me of her because she makes sure that I'm doing my work. She makes sure that I'm accomplishing my goals. she's like a second mom.
But she's the person who like walked me through all the process to apply to college, and I've applied to at least 7 colleges right now, and that's because of her.
She has faith in us, even if we're not like giving our best effort. She's always telling us and pushing us to like give our best effort.
And that's why I keep going and doing my best, because she's the one that hasn't been, she's always there for us, and she's always having faith on us, so I want to do it for her.
Mr. Foley, the way he teaches is good. He talks and listens. He respects the students as students, and he doesn't talk down to them. And he's very, very chill teacher. He's taught me most of what I learned with building and just tools and how to use them.
It's been huge with him. He's inspired me completely, because he's a great teacher for the program, and he's helped me kind of figure out things. If I don't understand, I can go to him, and I'm comfortable talking to him.
I think he deserves to be honored as a teacher, because he does really inspire all of us to that we all enjoy going into class and learning, and it's probably mostly a big part because of him. The biggest thing I learned from Mr. Foley is to work hard and just be open to learning new things.
He's a great leader and a great mentor. I love learning under him because he has so many years of experience in the field and so many different opportunities that he's had. He passes on the knowledge.
It's walking in, she has a happy face. She definitely looks like she is happy to be where she is. Like, she enjoys teaching art, and she truly is, she just makes learning fun.
Even if the piece of art isn't the best piece of art you've ever made, she makes you feel like it is, and she makes you feel important and worth it. Every time I look at her, she's just always has a smile on her face, just right there. I've never seen her without a smile before.
She tells us just to write or draw what we think is expresses ourselves. So with all the projects, each one is different, even though it's over the same topic.
She has this energy about her that's so positive all the time, and anytime you see her face in the hallways and in her class, you just immediately smile. The biggest lesson I've learned from her is to always look on the bright side, and just when it comes to art or life, there's always something hidden that just makes you smile.
Miss Turner, what makes her an awesome teacher is just she always looks after us. She takes us in as her own child, and if we're having a hard time in her class, she'll make sure that we're good, and she'll help us out. She'll walk us through things that we don't understand.
Miss Turner is awesome because she cares about her students. It's not just about money for her. She likes to teach. If you're upset, she'll make a funny face, or she'll try and make a joke to make somebody feel better.
She cracks jokes a lot into the class.
If I have a problem with something, she just help me with it. And I think Miss Turner is a good teacher to me.
I feel like she deserves to be Teacher of the Year because she's always there for kids, and she's always helping other people when they need them. She's improved a lot of kids' knowledge, and I feel that she's an amazing teacher.